Well, it's been a very busy 24 hours in the sports world. The NBA Finals, Game 1, Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals goes tonight.
And TSN's Matt Cauz is joining us live this morning to talk all about it. There's so much Canadian sport to talk about, Canadians in action, whether it's hockey, basketball, golf. But, Matt, I want to start with that finish last night. Pacers, Thunder, they never led until the last 0.3 seconds.
It's crazy. That game over-delivered. Everyone thought Oklahoma City was going to blow out Indiana, and they did in the first half. But the Pacers, much like they did against the Knicks, they hung in the game. They hit a lot of threes, especially in the fourth quarter. There was Canada on Canada crime. Andrew Nemhard hitting big shots. And yeah, as you said, they didn't lead till 0.3 seconds. In these playoffs alone, there's been 4 games where the Pacers, their odds of winning were like less than 2%, and they won them all. I'm not going to lie to you. That's the most remarkable playoff game I've seen in these playoffs, and these playoffs have already been bonkers.
It ain't over till it's over.
Exactly. And never underestimate the underdogs. And I guess you can say the same when it comes to hockey. We saw that, come from behind win from the Edmonton Oilers over the Florida Panthers. Game 2 goes tonight, Matt. Leon Draisaitl being the hero in that one. What do you expect will happen tonight?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Leon Draisaitl. It's one thing that I think got overlooked. I overlooked it. I said Florida was going to win in 7. I'm going to stay with that prediction. I flip-flop. But last year, Draisaitl wasn't healthy. Rib injuries, hand injuries, didn't score a goal. And then what did he do a couple nights ago? He got the first goal. He scored the one in overtime. And on that first goal, just the amount of work he did on the forecheck. And then the other star, Connor McDavid, with the primary assist on both of those goals, was so critical. I won't make a Maple Leafs, analogy here about the Stars in Toronto seem to underperform compared to the Stars in Edmonton, but that was an incredible game. And also credit to the Oilers. You saw Florida go from down 1-0 to up 3-1. It looked like at that moment Florida was just going to blow out Edmonton. That Victor Arvidsson scores. Stuart Skinner became, he was the better goalie in the second half of that game. And Florida, they had never lost a game under Paul Maurice when they led after the first or second period in the playoffs, and they did. I mean, these last 2 games have treated all of the sports fans. It's wild.
That's a wild stat right there, Matt. A nice job not making that Maple Leafs analogy about star players performing in the playoffs. Good job not talking about it. Super smooth. We got to talk about people wearing Maple Leafs, though, on the course at the TPC Osprey Toronto, TPC Toronto and Osprey Valley. 24 Canadians in the running, and a few of them, Matt, even in contention.
Yeah, Taylor Pendrith is 5 under. He goes around 12 o'clock today. Nick Taylor, who won it, is 4 under. There's a lot of -9s out there early on just because of the wet conditions that we saw yesterday. The other name to keep an eye on, Rory McIlroy, actually was +1. So the curious thing there is if he doesn't play well today, the guy who's won the Canadian Open twice could be knocked out of it. But yeah, there's between Pendrith and Nick Taylor, there are 2 prominent Canadians to keep an eye on today.
Oh, my gosh, love that hat.
Guy. We could be friends.
Exactly. Okay, so much to watch for this weekend and today. TSN's Matt Cauz joining us live. Have a great weekend, Matt. Always nice to chat.
Absolutely. And everyone, drive safe out there. My God, drive safe.
Yep, good call, Matt.
Yes.
Okay, Matt Cauz, as always, appreciate this.